Hey y'all, what's going on? Good
Hey
morning.
y'all.
Views from the 22 live on the scene. We here. Good morning, good morning. We are week 7, college football. Y'all know what this is. College football live. We got True Man False World reporting live. DVRs are in the building. First Lady Tanya as well. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm gonna be here for a brief second. I'm headed to Morris Brown homecoming. So shout out Morris Brown. I'm just headed
Morris
to
Brown.
show my face before I head out.
We gonna put a little something in your pocket for your financial aid. That might a while for you. Go on, tell us the playlist.
With your
So
fake
shout
Gucci
out.
shoes.
Morris Brown. You know what? College is such a fun experience, man. If you
It
haven't
is.
been, you gotta go, man. Regardless of the situation, you can be
You
as
talking about you gotta
as
go.
old or you can be as young. If you get a chance to go to college, go to college, get you good 2 or 3 years, go do the 4 year route, get you a degree, go with a purpose, have fun, man. You're gonna get to experience the whole college experience and more. Especially at these HBCUs, it's really one of the special places where it's at. But besides that, college football week 7, Jern. We here, man. Let's talk about it, man. We got some matchups out here, man. We finna jump on them right now, Jer. Talk to them, man.
So this is a week where we got an entree. That's an entree. Or so it should be. We'll see. And we have one of the biggest college football games that happens every year, also in this scenario. And then we got a lot of teams traveling. This is the year of the travel. So all of this traveling, people been getting their ass kicked, you know?
Especially the Big Ten. Yep.
So all this traveling has been something that we got to factor in to the players now when it comes down to start times, different things like that. So, say for example, a team like Penn State today, they'll be in the Rose Bowl. Last time Penn State went to the Rose Bowl, they probably got to spend a couple of days there first and then play the game. But today, that's not the case. Um, I'm going to start this week with a very intriguing matchup. We have South Carolina, Alabama. Alabama, of course, coming off of a loss. South Carolina is interesting because South Carolina really plays a lot of teams very well. Good defensive
Hmm.
team, well coached team. Those are the things that are good about them. Their problem is consistency. Tanya, this is I know your squad is coming off of a loss. I know you're not too worried about it, but what are some of your takeaways from last week? But fast forward after that, what are some of your key matchups or points for today for the South Carolina game?
Um, for me, my focus is gonna be on our defense because I don't know where they went last week. I don't know if they were still high up beating Georgia. I don't know if they overlooked Vandy, but they didn't play well at all. So that's my focus for today is to watch this defense.
Trav,
You're gonna see a lot of number 13 on the other side of that football today. He cut up at the end. He kicking footballs, hard and stuff like that towards the end. But I think they gotta talk from Saban this week. I think a lot of guys got to talk from Saban this weekend. Saban usually don't get involved in stuff like that anymore. I guess he's a part of the whole recruiting and getting players there instead of coaching. But I think Saban, although Saban doesn't coach, he still holds a standard in Alabama. and that wasn't the standard. That wasn't the standard last week, especially against Vandy. Vandy ain't beat a ranked team in 48 years. Or they ain't beat them in 48 games. It's either 48 games or 48 years. It's a long
It
time.
was years. It was years.
It's a long time. And they beat the number one ranked team in the nation last week. And rightfully so. They did Vandy did exactly what you're supposed to do to an Alabama team. You convert on third downs and don't turn the ball over. You do that and you make them do what you don't supposed to do, that's how you win games. Because Alabama did not convert on a lot of third downs. And Alabama wasn't taking care of the ball the way they're supposed to take care of the ball, which causes upsets. That's how upsets happen. So, I mean, the thing about Bama this year is they have room to do stupid stuff like that because there's a top 12 that has to be involved in these playoffs instead of a top 4 to top 6. So I'm looking forward to Bama redeeming themselves against South Carolina because I don't think South Carolina's still recovering from Ole Miss the other day, last week. So we'll see.
I'm taking Bama for the day. Um, Bounce back game. I think that's what we need. That's what they need to see. Um, Moving forward, real quick, I want to throw this in there as well. What would you say if we had 6 undefeated schools and a bunch of 1 and 2 lost teams that are the powerhouse teams? How would that college football playoff landscape look? Or how would y'all like for that playoff landscape to look? Should it be about the record? Should it be about the strength of schedule? Should it be about the AP polls? What should it look like? Because it looks like a lot of these teams is going to be beaten up. Like I'm gonna give you an example. Michigan. Michigan might lose 3, 4 games this year. But if Michigan is the number one, they are the returning national champion. Are they allowed to lose those 3 or 4 games potentially and still get into the college football playoff?
It depends. It all
It
depends.
yeah.
It all
It
depends on the
depends.
other teams. It depends
Hmm.
on the other teams. It also depends, and of course, that Ohio State and Michigan game has so much
That's a
meaning.
lot. Uh-huh.
It has so much meaning to it, especially if Ohio State flies over to USC and beats them. The better victories that Ohio State wins with Michigan doing what they do and they just sturdy hanging on and they just play out of body football against Ohio State with 2 losses, they still got a shot.
Hmm.
They still got a shot because the Big Ten is just that dominant of a conference. It's just that dominant of a conference. And the people that they play. Now, Michigan better not be getting beat by no Northwestern or nobody like that. See, it's all about that's why I mean it gives you chances to mess up. That's why this 12 is so crucial than this 6 that we was having. The top 6 or the top 4 is crucial because now you give other teams chances. Other
Hmm.
teams just want to get in the dance. Them top 4 conferences want to be the top 4 because they want that bye.
See,
They want
here's the
that
thing
bye.
that I think is the most interesting part, right? When do records become a part of the bigger picture?
The record's always been a part of the
They
big
should
picture,
be.
man.
No, but
No,
no. So, but hold on. When I say when do records become a part of the bigger picture, if, for example, I'm not saying they are undefeated, but if little Kent State ends up being undefeated at the end of the year, Kent State, we said, if they're undefeated at the end of the year, Are they a top 12 team? That's a question.
I tell you what. I tell you what. We said this not too long ago. I think it was the first week we was on, and I think Ham said it. Get in the team, so let them get in there. Let them get in there. And we seen what happened when they played over there, North Carolina, one of North Carolina, smacked them. Smacked them. It's another little team. I think James Madison or somebody. Let these teams get a chance of these schools if they want to.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to. Some of these teams can't hold up. They will get smacked. They will get smacked. Here's the thing, John. I understand exactly what you're talking about. What does records have to do with anything? We just want the best teams to play for the national title. Understandably so. If we're going to do that, throw the computers away, throw the analytics, throw all that stuff away. Put all those schools in a bracket. Guess what you still got to do? You still got to rank a team to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. At the end of the day, of all college football, you got to rank a team 1 through 4. You got to have a Final Four, and you got to have a championship game. What schools and conferences may not even matter at this point. That's why a lot of people were saying just get rid of the conferences in whole. Because at the end of the day, you still got people trying to manage a ranking. That's why the rankings are ranking. Because we have to find a top level to get the best football out of this whole college, whole 200 plus teams that we got out here playing college football. It's tough. It's tough. That's why we got it at the 12 right now. It was at the 4, now it's at the 12. It's finna be 64 in a little bit. So, and guess what? You still got to rank. You still got to rank.
So that brings me to the next game. Tanya, before I go on, do you have anything you want to add to that?
No, I agree. I definitely disagree with getting rid of the conferences because I think that's important. But other than that, I agree with everything else.
Elaborate on why you feel like the conferences are important.
Because I feel like just like if that's the case, then in the NFL we don't need division. You see what I'm saying? Like there's I don't say there have to be a quote unquote power conference. I don't necessarily agree with that part, but I feel like teams need a conference. First of all, I'm part of the SEC, so I already know how the rednecks work down here, and they ain't letting that go. They ain't letting that happen.
They're
So
not letting it go because because of the
they're not.
politics. The politics of it is the money.
Yeah.
The money is the power in the SEC.
The views and opinions
The view
of Tanya.
and what views bring you.
The views and
Okay.
opinions of Tanya are not necessarily those of this.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not. You're not.
Exactly.
You're
It's the
not.
politically correct way that you need to say that, though.
What am I supposed to say?
You probably should have said the people who are not colored or the people who are not of certain descent or something of that nature. You just went right for that, right for the,
He just
you
went
know,
cutthroat, and certain things may need to be in that manner. I understand where you're going, John.
We all we all know this.
But let me put it to you this way. Like she said, the views is money. Here's the thing about the SEC that the SEC is not gonna let it go no time soon. They're not going to let it go because the simple fact the views bring you money. The TV that what the SEC may need to start doing. Just every team have their own team channel. That's
Yeah,
what college football in a whole may
Should
generate.
do.
Forget the conference. Just go to the whole channel. Let me put it in another example of the SEC. When LSU won the championship in what's that, 19?
Mm-hmm.
What was they cheering? They were cheering LSU, right?
SEC. Well, yeah.
No. Stay right there, though, Tay. Stay right there.
Uh-huh.
Tennessee won it in 99. Everybody was hollering Tennessee Vols. Vols blue. Vols orange. Whatever it may be. But when any other SEC team goes far in there, they holler that team. But when Alabama goes to the championship, what do they cheer?
SEC.
SEC. Alabama
Mm-hmm.
don't care about y'all. But guess what? When you get views like that, views generate to financial needs, which means that the financial needs goes to that championship team in the SEC. That's why Alabama can recruit the players to this day that you can't because of the generating of the views. And views equal money, and money goes to the winning team.
And I just want to shout out, speaking of the SEC, I want to shout out the rest of us in the Black SEC Alumni Network. I just want to say, hey, y'all, shout y'all out. Go ahead.
This child. I can't. I can't. I can't.
I got to shout my peoples out.
Is this
All right.
thing on?
So, the next game on the docket we're gonna discuss today. It's so hard. Next game we're gonna discuss Kansas State traveling to Colorado. Why is this game significant? This is the game that puts Colorado on the map. If
Mm-hmm.
they win today, that means you have to put them in the top 20 because there'll be a one-loss team. And not only do you have to put them in the top 20, you have to consider maybe putting them ahead of a couple of these SEC teams that are two-loss teams. Because after today, Ole Miss or LSU is going to be a two-loss team.
Mm-hmm.
After today, Oklahoma potentially will be a two-loss team. We got to start looking at some of these things like USC will probably be a two-loss team at some point. So where we're going with this whole thing right now, and where I think we really need to focus when it comes down to this is where are we going to go if we're Colorado moving forward with our schedule, which we can break down the schedule a little bit here too, if y'all want to, just for the the SHs and the giggles.
Mm-hmm.
But take care of your business, and your business is gonna take care of you, and the rest of the business take care of you. Because this is the year that they can make a lot of noise, and they can
Mm-hmm.
really showcase that talent that they do have on that roster. Um, via playing into this playoff. Kansas State, what's at stake for you today? Nothing. You just need to take care of business. The problem is, what did we just talk about at the beginning of the show? Travel.
Mm-hmm.
What do we know about traveling in college football this year? The traveling teams that have traveled the farthest have lost at
They have
least
lost. They have lost.
55 to
They have
60% of the
lost.
games.
They have
And we
lost.
talking about because they're getting started later, being on different coasts, All that stuff has played a major factor. So
Mhm.
I'm really interested to see how Kansas State comes out in this game. Because if Kansas State comes out, the magic number for them today is going to be about 35 points.
They're gonna have,
You
they
think
gonna,
y'all,
they're gonna have to put
you
up
think
they're
y'all
gonna
want
have
to
to
add
put
to
up
that?
a number. They're gonna have to put up a number because
Yeah.
first is Colorado. With Colorado, you know they coming. I mean, shout out to Prime for that. Um, they're still give Colorado a chance if you want to. Y'all think college football is bad. It's gonna get worse if you let these folks get into their dope. You let Colorado in this dope, it's gonna be a problem. They have the skill position players to compete with anybody in football, in college football today. Their offensive line figure it out and they establish some type of run game. Y'all really don't like Dion? Y'all gonna hate his guts because he's gonna be talking with the utmost confidence from heaven above.
I'm going to tell y'all this now.
Whew.
I'm not saying it's going to happen, but in the next 2 to 3 years, if Dion wins a NCAA championship in the next couple of years, y'all gonna be upset anyway because
I want to be
he
mad.
gonna be there and done something that is significant. And why it's significant is because he's gonna be the person that has infiltrated the proverbial system, and now not only has he infiltrated, he's the person that's pretty much made it cool for people to go to school where they want to go to school.
He
And
got everybody calling him Coach Prime.
Got that man calling Coach
Think
Prime
about it.
right now, dog.
He got everybody calling him Coach Prime. I just looking at the college game day. Coach Prime supposed to appear live. Not Coach Deion Sanders, head coach Colorado.
Not
No,
Coach
Coach Prime.
Sanders, Coach Prime. That's it. Jern, let these folks go 8-4. And just have a little bit of hope of getting in that top 12.
this is the thing.
Whew.
Looking at their schedule, right? That's why I say how much does records count.
It's
Because
very easy for them to
three
get in.
losses, like
Yeah.
not to cut you off, Tanya, but I'm saying this to y'all. 3 losses does not sound bad for a team that's 7, 8, or 9.
9-3,
Especially
nine
playing
and
all of the
three.
teams we playing, especially know we traveling from coast to coast, especially knowing that we doing all of these different things. Like, what do you mean? You said LSU lost 3 games. Well, why aren't they one of the best 12 teams in the country? You said Ohio State lost to Michigan and only Michigan. Why aren't they one of the top 10, top 7 teams in the country? You said that Georgia lost to Alabama and Alabama lost the conference play. Why aren't they? What do you want me to say? You want me to be like, oh no, nah, man, these mid-major teams, they ain't lose a game.
Oh,
Well, have they traveled like Ohio State did? Ohio State. Okay, let's put this into perspective. Ohio is over here, right? Over here. See what I say? Hi. Them folks going over here. You can't even see this hand. You understand what I'm talking about? You can't even see this hand that's over here. You just see that my shoulders raised. All I'm trying to say is these people are traveling thousands of miles just to play on a Saturday night afternoon. We seen it last week. Michigan went to California and got that ass tapped. Good old fashioned over the knee. Psh, 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 psh.
dude, you gotta look at what Miami did against Cal.
Miami almost lost.
They had to walk that down. Look at what Colorado did. Colorado went down here to Tampa and put belt the ass.
It's
Hey,
just the
man.
different. I'm rooting for the upset today. Give me Colorado. I'm rooting for the upset at this point. At this point, let's keep rooting for these upsets because the more we get these other get these people out the way, make this undeniable for I want teams like Colorado in the playoff.
That's the key, John. Us, a lot of fans do not, they want to make it as plain as Jane. But this NIL and the transfer portal, we talked about this during our college talk. These mid-major teams that's getting these transfers can go to a SEC and can smack anybody they want to. They can go up to a Big 12 and beat anybody. They're
Boise
mature
State.
enough. They're
I'm gonna
mature.
give you
They're
one
mature
right
enough.
now. Boise State, for the original upsetter of the upsetters.
Dude, those folks got
They
Nick
can go to
Chubb Jr.
anybody's. They can go to anybody's soil, or they can go to their little blue field, the little blue people. You said your whole field blue. They like a Smurf.
What said
I'm saying.
blue? They look like Smurfs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But them Boise people can go to anybody's soil and
Hey,
they
they're
can
gonna
give you
compete. They're
hell
gonna
for
compete.
60 minutes.
They're gonna
And then
compete.
on top of that, they got a Heisman candidate that runs the ball. They're gonna run the ball 25 to 30 times. See, y'all get me started. They play football the right way. That's why they win. They
Dude
play
back
football the
there,
right way.
dude
They
back
run
there
the
like
ball.
Nick Chubb. Dude back there like Nick Chubb, man, just standing straight up. like he Michael Myers or somebody.
Man, back straighter than the iron board. One
Boom.
step to the left, step to the left, step to the right, spin around, break it down
Oh,
tonight. I'm telling you, that's what he doing. Cause you know when the counter play, you gotta step to the left, gotta slide, put the little feet in the ground. Boop. Let me go on ahead. Yeah, I know all the footwork too. It'd be fun. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is Boise State plays the game the right way. They run the ball. They use the play action. The coach doesn't get in the way of what they're supposed to do from snap to snap. That will be a reason why they will be successful. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm rolling with Colorado today because I want to see the upset. I would love a world where Colorado has lost 2 games, maybe 3 games at the end of a season, and they right there on the cusp of getting in. I want to see it. That's must see TV. Tanya, anything you want to add, and you can throw your pick in there as well.
no, I don't have nothing to add. I'm going Colorado today too, though.
So, my next one for you. We're gonna just go ahead and just get it out the way, right? We got Ole Miss and we got LSU. Here's my problem with LSU. LSU probably has one of those teams where they can compete with anybody. The issue is they don't score very well in the red zone half the time. The issue is the quarterback makes bad decisions in certain situations. So pressure is going to be key today. But on the other side, Ole Miss. Let's talk about this. Ole Miss, as much as they can score, they have a really hard time stopping people, especially people who are good as them.
That's why they outscore everybody to win.
And this feels like a game LSU can keep up. However, keeping up means the quarterback got to make more throws. I'm not really in particular. I believe his name is Nace what Naysayer or something like that. What is his
I call him
name?
meter maker. I don't know neither.
What is this man's name? Naysayer or something like that, or Nazer or something. He's just not. I'm not. I don't like it. I'm not feeling it. You taste the gumbo after you make it and everything like that. Like I don't be fit. My gumbo ain't tasting right if you my quarterback. I'm just saying. I don't know how to say it.
I got Ole Miss. I got Ole Miss for some reason. I got Ole Miss in this one.
Yeah, give me Ole Miss. LSU is not consistent enough for me right now.
I mean, but I see 40. If Ole Miss scores more than 30, okay. If Ole Miss scores 30 points or more, LSU ain't winning this game.
Well, the over under is 62.5, so you already know.
They from
You know,
demolish that.
That's a lot of, that's a lot
over.
of points.
Hey, listen, Ole Miss might cover 40 of them by themselves.
Exactly.
Because LSU, can y'all tackle in space? Because I ain't seen it.
LSU
Give me Ole Miss. Give me Ole Miss.
LSU got an issue with celebrating with guns.
Hey, they all do because
They're finna get ready to ban that celebration. It's finna be 15 yards every time somebody do some
Oh, you talk about that
dumb
low.
stuff. They doing that. They shooting folks with shotguns while they down on the ground. They doing it up, man. I don't.
They in there like modern day Paul Revere in
Yeah,
there.
they trying to shoot the club up, man.
It's it's
That
Baton
ain't
Rouge.
You know what's interesting?
I don't know what y'all
You know,
expect. It's Baton Rouge.
young cats though. That's the thing, and it's the y'all, it's the YGs out here, the YGNs, man. Y'all
you
gotta
know
chill
what's
out.
interesting about the logic behind them about to finally ban that shit? They banned the throat slash like 20 years ago.
Facts.
But somehow or another, this shit was okay. The
Okay.
logic of people sometimes, man. I swear, man. I don't know. I thought about that. It's some other illogical shit that I thought about as well that we can pertain to the game. We can we'll revisit that another time. I got Ole Miss by the way.
Right.
All right. Last two games, and then we're gonna let y'all get ready for y'all day. We got the Red River rivalry. River. Yes, I did it in Scooby Doo. With everything being said, with all of the things that's going on, I would like for everybody to remember how important this rivalry is to college football. First thing, Oklahoma, prestigious. Texas, prestigious. Why is this such a big deal? This is their first year in the SEC. First year. First year, and they both in the top 25. One has a new quarterback and has a program that is trying to come up with a guy who's doing an excellent job. When I say excellent, excellent job with his quarterbacks. This makes about 3, 4 in a row, to be exact. And then we got another team over there in Texas that got two quarterbacks. Both of them gonna be top 20 picks in the NFL draft too, and I'm telling y'all that now. Let's start at the top. You got young Arch on his way to Oklahoma, walking the Green Mile, trying to get right with Jesus. He coming. Oklahoma. Guys, what do we feel about Oklahoma as a team this year? Ham, I'm gonna start with you.
Damn, I ain't had no notes.
Well, you see them
Uh,
play.
but you get the honest, you get the real. You ask me about Oklahoma, I think about ways that I control our guy Corso. And I said this when I was on 98.5 yesterday on the happy hour with Johnny Radio every Friday at 11:30. Holler at me. They about to get ran, man. Texas got a unique problem. They got two real good quarterbacks, like real good. And the young one is better than the dude that's starting, and he back today too. Quinn Ewers is back.
Yeah, Queen Ewers is back today.
Right. He'll be active. He's starting, as a matter of fact, this year.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yep.
the young dude is better than dude. And the dude that's starting, if he didn't get hurt, he probably would have won the Heisman. Just one of them kind of setups that they ran the deal. He would have easily been the front runner and likely winner of the Heisman. Now back on Oklahoma. Defensively, they're gonna always be solid because their head coach is a defensive dude. He had a lot of success moving around in Oklahoma, then went over to Clemson doing what he's doing now. He's running Oklahoma because he ran Bob Stoops defense for a long time too. Um, his QB situation was kind of spotty, but the freshman that he brought in, I can't remember the kid's name. He getting confident as you go along. I think you throw out everything today just based off of the rivalry, like you prefaced earlier, Jeremy. It's the first year of the SEC for both. And then when you look at it like from the Texas aspect right now, they're number one. Not just that,
Again.
and they're number one, and they got Georgia coming to Austin next week.
Next week. Yep.
That should be fun. On the Oklahoma side, though, to continue there, they gonna rise up just because it's Texas. But I think Texas got too much flex. Ain't no flex in Texas, man. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the types of deals. They have the business today. They win by 10 or more. It'll be competitive, but they'll pull away. Too much talent, especially on the offensive side. If I'm wrong, shit, I'm wrong. I don't give a fuck.
Trav? Well, Tanya.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay.
That Kool-Aid hit the soul a little bit.
Oh.
Hey man, Texas, of course, Oklahoma, they're gonna rise to the occasion. Well, Oklahoma is not expecting to beat Texas. Not this year. Not this year. This ain't it. Big extra plug gonna be at the game too. At the parade. He gonna be at the carnival and all that, man. Hey man, this ain't it. This is not it. I expect Texas to put in the work and they need to put in the warm-up work because next week them dogs coming to town. Chris Pace and the dogs are coming to town. And
They coming to play doggy ball.
done for. Say what?
They're playing doggy ball. That's what my boy Chris said.
Yeah.
Doggy ball.
they coming to town. And that's gonna be so their focus has to be one game at a time. Their focus has to be. They have to take care of Oklahoma first.
Let's talk about this one thing too. In the SEC, everything is a week to week thing. Everything about the SEC is week to week. So every team
I think you
has
had a
to
good
be
example
like
of that. You had a good example of that last week. Not to cut you off, but just that one opportunity where Vanderbilt play their heart out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just
week
one of
before
those
that,
things.
Kentucky.
Kentucky
I
went
mean to
came
cut
down
you
here to
off,
Oxford. They came down here to Oxford.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. Somebody gonna listen. You're gonna get violated at some point. That's the beautiful thing about football is it's not about being violated or because everybody gets violated. It's about when you get violated. Everything in football is about timing. I can afford to be violated
Especially
early in the year. I can afford to be violated. But later in the
especially
year
in
is when I
college
can't
football.
afford it.
In particular with college football, right?
Mm-hmm.
NFL, you can be 2-4 and win the Super Bowl. You said because you just got to play your way back up. But like you said, it's when you get hit, especially in particular with college football, because everything is based off of what people feel at that particular moment in real time. That's the
Mm-hmm.
beauty contest element of college football that people look at me funny when I say it. I'm like, no, it's a beauty contest every week. It's about the vanity, style points, how you win. Y'all struggled against this team. They won. Ohio State, when they won in 2002, they didn't blow everybody out. I promise you they didn't.
Oh no. Oh no.
They had a few judges they had to go down to the wire and get, but they went 14-0. They won it
Mm-hmm.
all. You know what I'm saying? It was
You
just
know what's so
Saturday night
crazy?
game.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what's so crazy about that? Okay, we had the FCS championship deal where you had the top four and the bottom two, which is the Super Six. What we have went to with this 12 is kind of how it was when we were just doing the AP Bowl. The AP poll, you had a
Mm-hmm.
blowout team, like you'll see Miami beat somebody 70-3 or 77-6, something like that. And they'll move up to like one or two. And to be honest, their system back then, they got a lot right. They got a couple wrong. They got a couple of them wrong. They got a whole lot of them right. This year, you're going to see teams doing that. You're going to see that. You're going to see a whole lot of teams doing it this year. Just straight blowouts, just blowouts because they can get away with it and move up. But like y'all said, if you're going to bullshit, you better bullshit within the first 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
If you do it at the end, it's a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wrap for you.
Give me Texas today because
Yes.
I need that Georgia and Texas matchup to have everything.
Everything somebody need to get touched. No Diddy.
Tanya?
As the resident Texan, um, this is actually this. No, for real. This growing up, this is like my. This has always been my favorite game because I'm from Texas. So I would, I would. I'm not gonna. I think I'm gonna miss it because I'm gonna be on the yard. But as of late, Texas ain't really been winning this Red River rivalry. I'm going Oklahoma because for some reason, as of late, the last couple of years, Oklahoma really been
They,
giving
they,
them the blues, and I
they,
feel like
they, now that you say that.
I
I had
feel
to
like
win.
this is. I feel like this is gonna be one of them games. So I'm taking Oklahoma.
Now that you say that, I'm still sticking with Texas because I know CD Lamb had a coming out party in Texas one time. Oh my Jesus
Hmm.
Christ. Woo. I'm
Well,
still right.
the entree. Ohio State is traveling to the land of Nike, the Oregon Ducks, the Quack Quacks, the Aflacs. By the way, Affleck probably gonna have a trivia question in there at some point. Hope you answer it right.
It will.
Um, I'm not gonna lie to you. If Ohio State quarterback play wasn't mid, I would feel more excited about the game. If Oregon's quarterback play wasn't below mid, I would probably be more excited. The reason why this game is going to be interesting is going to be because these are some very, very talented football teams. There will be 30 prospects that will be a part of April's draft this year on this field. 30. 30 Sunday guys are on this field today. I just want y'all to know how significant that is, because that's saying that these are some talented rosters. For Oregon, it's really simple. Control the pace, and you have to capitalize on Ohio State by scoring and getting 7. That's it. I'm not going to go any further because Ohio State hasn't played anybody. So this is your first test, and your first test is going to tell us a lot about who you are. Ty, I'm going to go back to you.
Yeah, I'm not a really big fan of Ohio State's quarterback. I really haven't checked Michigan. I mean, not Michigan. Oregon's out, but it's the travel for me. That's literally coast to coast. That's literally 3 time zones. Um, I'm gonna take Oregon.
Boy,
Trav?
boy, I tell you, if you put that on a gambling sheet and you win, let me borrow 20.
No.
Oh, oh God, you would say no. But you're right, Jerm. The traveling is gonna be key. Tanya, you also said that. The traveling is gonna be key for Ohio State. Can that quarterback get that ball to that freshman that they got? And can that freshman go to work for Ohio State? That is going to be key for them. But if Ohio State continues to control the ball, keep Ohio State off the field, when Ohio State don't score, you need to put up 7. Your next drive needs to be 7. You gotta kill them and kill them dead. I got Ohio State winning this game, but I would not be surprised if Oregon smacks them straight in the mouth. Just let them know like it's not a game over here. It's not a game. So I mean that should be that's the 2-3, right? That's 2-3, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, we should see that should be a very good it should be a very good game. It should be a very good game.
So, Ham, is there anything you'd like to add to this?
I didn't know that Alton Stadium was the loudest stadium in America. I found this out yesterday when I was on the radio. So, like, word up, like, that's bullshit. Got 100,000 in the South, too many of them, 90, 100,000 plus. If we want to be the loudest down this way, we can. But, they Nike, they can do a little extra kind of amplified thing, which that's really what it's based off of. You got a quarterback that a lot of people probably not fond of picking Ohio State in, and he going to the loudest venue in the sport on Saturday night prime time ABC. They on ABC, right? Or just
Uh,
one of the
I think they
Peacock
are.
games?
I think they are.
That motherfucker might be on Peacock. This is Pac-10, Big Ten. My
No,
fault.
that's a big
I
team. You
it's
know
think
what?
I
NBC.
think it
It's
might be,
NB.
yo.
It's NBC. It's
It's
NBC.
NBC. I
Yep.
thought
NBC.
So
I thought it was
Peacock.
gonna be
So yeah. So no,
ABC.
no,
It's
no.
NBC.
It's gonna be on Peacock too.
Okay.
Because Peacock and NBC, Peacock and NBC is
Yeah,
the same
that's
thing.
NBC Peacock, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought it would be A.
ah, I'm like Trav. I really want to like prescribe a way for these people to find a way to win, even in this environment, just because they tend to kind of come through on these sometimes when they go on the road and I admire the Ohio State football program because they will do this. They'll go to California and play USC when they weren't in the conference. They'll do a home and home with the U.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They move around. They'll play. They'll get up with whoever. You know what I'm saying? So now they don't have to duck this one. This is like actual conference deal. They squeaked this motherfucker out and found a way to win, man. Late field goal, turnovers, something. it's gonna be. I hope it's a fun game. I really hope it is. Just because they can give us a good lead in right into to Coach Crab and them, which they come on too fucking late for me. But I'm trying to stay up.
You know what, Ham? You
They
said
do 9
something.
o'clock games no more, man.
You said something that was so interesting. You said that they was the loudest stadium in college football. Have you noticed some of the loudest stadiums are in the northwestern part of the United States?
Yeah,
Look at it. Look at
I
that.
thought about that too.
Look at Seattle.
I thought
They
about
got,
that
they,
too.
they, they got
When they
decimal. They
mentioned it,
got a decimal meter.
right,
They got a decimal meter.
right,
Dude, they
right.
said that Marshawn Lynch run, the Beastquake,
Earthquake.
there was a decimal meter hit that actually caused the
Yeah,
earthquake
it was earthquake.
in that stadium. They was that loud. So it's just something about that part of the United States that it gets loud up there, man.
It's very loud.
All the silent clap
And
going on up there, man.
and I think it's something else we don't really factor in when we talk about up in that area too. That area is very thin.
That
They got
altitude.
mountains up in there.
Mm-hmm.
That area is very thin, and it can, especially early on, when you can, if anybody's ever played anything in the mountain time zone or anywhere in the mountains, especially in the mountain time zone, which they in the Pacific, which is even worse. You know what I'm saying? So, because they
Mhm.
right by the ocean. But
Mhm.
as soon as that first few reps up and down the court to feel you
You
need that
tired? Yeah,
inhaler.
you out of there. Yeah.
It's a
Mm-hmm.
whole damn depth about the air is like paper thin,
It's gonna be a lot of
razor
oxygen used
thin.
tonight. It's gonna be a lot of oxygen.
Yeah.
Man, them folks up there at
And
that
then it'll
altitude,
tell
man.
you what the temperature talking about. 75 degrees and overcast. It might have a little humidity in there too, so
Humidity.
you might see a few crabs
Oh yeah.
with trying to struggle to breathe. And it's the loudest venue in the
Man,
sport.
what?
And I'm still picking these assholes to win.
At high altitudes, trying to see what that mountain do.
So the pop different. That's what being in the mountain do. Kill switch. I'm about to control everything that's in the room. Got my partner in his bag. New Jersey twerk bounce into
There it is. There it
yeah. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna roll today. Give me Oregon.
is.
I think Oregon at home with that football team, we get the best version of them. Ohio State gets his rightful loss that it needs. And then we put the rest of the season back into perspective because we can't have Ohio State run away with this Big Ten like that.
They got a shot though, Jer. They got a
I'm
shot.
not saying they don't. I'm not saying they don't. This is the test of this is their test of the year. And this is a team that can match up with them very well. It's gonna spread them out. And the key to the game is obviously tackling for Ohio State. It's gonna be tackling. Minimal gains and make them drive the length of the field. So that way we can see if their quarterback is gonna be patient and allow things to develop.
You know what, Jer?
Give me Oregon.
You know what? Before we go to the next game on the next subject, I think Ohio State championship run starts today. It starts at this game today.
It's got to.
They win this game today. Everything else goes through Ohio State, including Michigan, and they gotta get payback for that. They gotta get payback for that. So I think the reason why I'm picking them because I just think they just will pull something off. But if I'm a Michigan, if I'm a not Michigan person, if I'm an Ohio State player, my championship or my way to start to go towards the national title, it starts today.
Mm-hmm.
It starts today because this sets the table to let y'all know that I am the number 2 team in the nation. You come here to Ohio State, we're going to get you. If I go on the road, I know what I have to do. But that most importantly, it make Michigan scared of you. It make Michigan scared of you. Because they got to come they got to go to Columbus this year, right?
I think so.
Yes. They got to get because they was in Michigan last year. They got to come to Columbus this year, so it starts today, Jern. That starts today.
Well, guess what? This is why we play the game.
So
So, final thoughts before we wrap up the show. Talia, I'm gonna go to you first. First lady, first responder.
you got first net card now.
Mhm.
Hell no, I don't use that shit.
First net, you made you get all the signals, no matter where you went.
Anywho, I don't really have any. It's a lot of good games today. Um, Side note, what other game was it that I was looking at? That I think might be interesting. I can't remember what it was though. I can't remember which one it was. Um, Either way, it's a lot of good games today, y'all. Enjoy. We will see you guys tomorrow morning. I'm finna head over here to Morris Brown, but I just what to look at. But everybody have a good day.
Ham, anything you want to add to that?
Did you just say you going to Morris Brown?
Yes.
Yeah, it's homecoming.
Oh yeah, you finna go to the BET class.
You think
Yeah,
Mhm.
How that David Miles and E
Devin
and all
Miles and
them.
Petey Pablo. Petey finna come out in the business in the fountain, the white fountain.
yeah, I'm finna go.
He about to come out
Petey
hollering if he feel.
Pablo.
I echo the first. I echo the first lady though. Silent state of games today. Probably gonna be an enjoyable day of football. Enjoy the shit out of it. Meanwhile, me, Trav, Big Shot Run, we're gonna be back in the gym Monday night talking about the Western Conference.
Be there.
We like what? We like what? A week away from regular season
We're a
tip
week
off?
away.
Mm-hmm.
We're a week away.
Something crazy? Like, yo, there's a whole lot of stuff going on at once, man. But it's fun. It's like really the most fun time of year for us because we got a whole lot of shit going on at once.
The best time of year.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
the
It's kind of really
most
one big cluster.
wonderful
Right.
time of the
So Monday
year.
night, what time we going? 7 Eastern, 6
Six.
Central, youtube.com/hit94 feet of life. How another shit.
Trav, anything you want to add to that?
Man, Ham just took everything that I just said that I want to say, man. Again, we're gonna be on here. Tanya said it. We're gonna be on here tomorrow. Check us out again. 94 Feet of Life. Monday, 6 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Eastern. We're gonna be talking about the Western Conference. That's all we're gonna have a 4 hour. I think we told y'all we're gonna have a 4 hour on that. So we're gonna do that before the game. So check us out. Check us all out on all social media platforms, especially as YouTube, man. And all your comments, please put them off in there, man. We need y'all support.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna finish off by saying Views and Dues Sunday morning preview show. Back at our original time slot at that nice 11:15 type of time. Bring your coffee, bring your notes. Got any questions for fantasy? Bring them too. But most importantly, bring your objective football knowledge. And let's do
And
this.
heavy on objective because people don't like.
Blocked. So with that being said, I'm just playing. No, but that being said, this is week 7. Enjoy the games. Enjoy all of these great games today. This is probably one of the best weeks of college football we probably had this year. Every game
Mm-hmm.
should be intriguing.
Yep.
Everybody is doing something. Everybody's moving. So with that being said, 22, we out. We'll see y'all tomorrow morning.